Hello again everybody, this is Amergan and you're very welcome back to another Star Trek Fleet Command. So I'm back at Xerxes 29 guys. It looks like war has started. The last I heard about this there was some discussions going on among the different alliances as to the way forward with inactive players and players who are predatory players going out and taking the resources of guys that are in the top alliances who are sitting on large stockpiles of resources. Some of you guys who watch the high level stuff, the base raiding and all of that, will be aware of some of this stuff that has been going on, and it looks like it's taken on another turn. You can see all these guys in purple here, they're my alliance members. You can see SOSA there, SWRD are there, a few other alliances, INTX, but there's a lot of RUG sitting around this system here. You'll notice there's RUG or RUG Standard. We've got RUG S and RUG Z, and RUG have basically absorbed a bunch of alliances in the top 10 and has left a few of us there to form like a loose coalition to operate as one unit to combat this new threat. Now, it's unfortunate, guys. Anybody that's watched the previous video, you would have heard me say that RUG are our longest rivals and biggest allies in the game, and it looks like that's now no longer the case. It looks like there's a war now with RUG against a number of the other alliances who have come together. A lot of this conflict has started. Guys are hitting each other here. A lot of this conflict has started. Some of you might have noticed on the basis that there are inactive players like James here, like our guy James. James isn't in the alliance at the minute, and other alliances are coming in and they're raiding them. We're trying to clear out these resources. You see Missy and Psych going in there. They've always been a good double act, them pair, so they're doing the business on that. Phil's parked nearby, and a few of our other guys aren't too far away. We can also see there 7 of 9. We can also see there that some of the SOS and SWRD guys are hanging about. Now they're out in Realtas, so presumably they're just there hitting RUG bases just to occupy them while this base gets emptied. There's been a few below the belt hits, probably on both sides, but there's been a few below the belt hits happening, and there's stuff I don't really want to get into where individual players have been saying things that they don't necessarily need to say and adopting an attitude that they don't need to adopt, and that has all assisted with the breakdown in relations. I don't have my base here. There's very little I can do. I'm going to jump off here now shortly, and if there's more to this saga, I will jump back in. But we'll take a quick look at some of the strength of these ships. So there's 7 of 9 sitting on 1.1 million barrel. Some of these other ships, there's Sosky sitting on a 700k, almost 700k Intrepid. What else can we look at here? No point looking at these Realtas too much, guys. Nothing exciting in those. 18k Realta, nothing major. This Kara, 214k Kara could do a wee bit of damage, I guess. 220k Kara Chirulo. So they'll do their own wee bit of damage there, but these miners are in raiding these resources. We'll take a wee look if we can at what James has got in the base here. So again, numbers of millions, 400 million dilithium, 400 million titanium, a lower amount of power steel. So I'm going to come down here at some stage later on and see if my new Horizon can do anything in this battle. It's doubtful, but it's worth a try, because that titanium and dilithium is just asking to be lifted. There's Missy in her Bortus, 120k Bortus, and she's in with the Kara there as well. So Psych is up here, 3 million strength base. And it looks like the sauce and SWRD guys are really just here to make some space for the hum guys to clear out this base. And 160k Centurion there. Rustler with his 140k Miner. So my horizon, I can level it up here now in a wee second. My horizon's sitting in around the 80k mark. I'll see what I can do in terms of making that a little bit stronger. Sai with his 300k mining ship there. These guys are filling these ships with that titanium and that dilithium. So Missy has a miner in action, 120k. If Missy's doing that, it gives me hope that I might be able to do something. We can try it out. I want to get a quick look at Phil's miner here. He's very quick. Over 400k. So as always, these guys are going to keep spamming this. I'm going to recall my ships and jump my base down probably around here and see if I can assist with some of this. So I'll be back shortly guys, and we'll see how this battle advances in the meantime. Talk soon. So I'm back again guys, and I've moved my base up here. Missy has moved from here, SWRD's moved in, and Rustler is here. But this Rog guy keeps attacking anybody's miners that's returning the base. That's I think why Missy has moved. I've jumped in beside him here, and I'm going to send my miner out. I don't think it's going to crack this base or it's going to take anything out of it, but we'll see. But we'll watch this Rog player here and see what he's doing, and if he decides to attack me. If he doesn't attack me, we'll leave him alone, and we'll just try to farm this base. But let's send out this horizon and see now where it's at. So I have a Kera geared up just in case he sends out a ship against it. And I'm going to change this to a Realta to minimize repair costs. Okay. So that ship's after hitting that base, but hasn't taken any damage and hasn't taken anything out of the base either. So we're going to just have to do that again. And once again, nothing. So for some reason this miner isn't doing its job. Okay. Okay. So 16k repair bill on that horizon. And let's see how close it got to getting home safe. Again, we see this flashing thing here, this little bug. It's reading the station defences as 1. So it destroyed 2 defence platforms before it was taken out. So we'll try and change this officer configuration and give it another go. In the meantime, we'll take a look around and see how the other guys are getting on. So a few more have joined the fight. So I'm going to come back again shortly, guys, and try to use that miner again. See, Char is heading back to base there. Dark Aston is out. Missy's down here now. Well, maybe that was my mistake. Maybe Missy was always here and Pterodon was coming from there and hitting her. Either way, some of these ROG guys are taking out hum ships on the way home. Them guys seem safe enough there. And Pterodon has moved. So I'm wondering, has he moved down here to intercept Dark Aston ships? He certainly was attacking Missy earlier. Thank you, Spark and Farty. Thank you, Phil. Okay, so this is going to go on for a while, guys. I'll come back in those 20 minutes or so whenever that ship is repaired and catch up with you guys then. Okay, so I'm back, guys, and this battle has been going on since we were last looking at it, and it's heated up a fair bit, and there's quite a bit of activity around this base. Everybody's hitting them now. SWRD, Sauce, the whole lot, all weighing in. I haven't seen much activity from ROG. It's quieting down, but there's still a few of these guys knocking about, so it's never going to be safe. I'm going to try this Horizon once more. I've changed the crew around. I've put an Enterprise-based crew in it. I've put Sulu on the bridge with Spock and Uhura, and I'm going for the morale boost that Sulu gives, and we're going to see what that does. So there's an 80% chance of inspiring morale. He'll increase the energy weapons, which isn't the main reason I'm doing this. The main reason I'm doing this is for the 50% defense bonus to the officers when it has morale with Spock. And Uhura, of course, will give the ability of increased accuracy. So I had a Nero crew. There's 4 defense platforms on this base. With 3 defense platforms, I think this ship could probably do it. So we're going to see if that little bit of an edge with morale is going to do anything to this base and overcome that 4th defense platform. Now this is also great, guys. You can see the big pile up there. This is also great for the helps. In no time at all, with all of this activity, we'll have the daily Alliance helps. I'm at 36 there already. That'll be finished in no time. So there you go, that horizon was destroyed once again. So 16k of a repair bill. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to check out how the Kara does. Let's stick a couple of officers in here. And we might put stun to increase the cargo hold and see what we can take out of this base with a warship. It's not going to help much with these guys with their miners and faction miners in particular, but it certainly will help me if I can take some titanium home. Even a 10-15k improvement each round would be nice after a period of time and far quicker than mining. So I'm going to speed this up. We'll sort out the officers on this ship. Get stun up there. And any reasonably strong officers will improve the strength of this ship. So at 145k, it's dropping there a wee bit to 142. We're going to send this out and see how it performs, what the repair cost is, and how much titanium and dilithium it can bring home. Okay, so it seems to go to sleep on that base because of the activity levels. And again, it's not showing any battle report or any damage to the ship. That's the report from the horizon. Let's see if it took out the 3rd defense platform. So the shield got depleted pretty quickly there. Took out 2 defense platforms. Took out 3 defense platforms. But the 4th defense platform was just that bit too much. So it looks like another bit of work is going to be required on that horizon before it's able to do this kind of stuff. And these help requests are coming in thick and fast, and we'll have that daily done in no time. Okay, so that ship took minimal damage. Let's see what we got in terms of resources. So a 20k haul of dilithium, titanium, and 13k dilithium, and the repair cost on that is going to be about 4k. So that's 15-16k profit in terms of titanium. So this is very well worth doing with the warship a couple of times and build up a little bit of titanium. Like I say, it's not going to impact on the huge amounts that James is sitting on here, but it'll certainly offer me 130 million. Like if I take 100,000 out of this, that's good going for me. So you can see they're all weighing in there. It's a hive of activity right now. The repair costs for some of these guys are going to be huge. And Sauce are full on at it. SWRD, we can see the econs there. And I have another video due. I'm going to get this one up first. I had another one that I was hoping to get up, which was to do with another Battle of the Miners with SWRD, but I'll save that until I have this one done, guys. And we'll do a wee shout out to SWRD in the next video. So it's great to see all these guys working together. Things have changed on our server, and this is a good sign going forward of the ability of these three alliances, SWRD, Sauce and Hum, working together for the future. Now, like I said at the very start, I'm a little bit disappointed that the relationship was broken down with ROG. There's a couple of good guys in ROG, but this is the game. It's made it a little bit interesting for now. The rates at which you can obtain these resources for repairs and what have you has been really hurt with the changes that have happened in the game. And so people have had to turn to this, cannibalizing players who are inactive, who are from their alliances. alliances. And this looks the way forward for our server. There's Warhawk back. It's good to see Warhawk back. Haven't seen him in a while. He's one of the drainage experts as well. So a shout out to him. I don't see his base here. I don't know if he's involved in this. But it's very good to see them guys coming back and getting stuck in. And maybe sometimes it takes this kind of activity and a bit of a war to activate people. So I'm going to get stuck into this, guys. You have a bit of an idea what's going on. The strength of some of these ships. There's a 112k ship doing the business. My Horizon sitting on 90, 91 I think it was there. So another 20k improvement on My Horizon, and it should be able to participate more actively in this kind of gameplay. So I know there might be some of you guys watching who are in your 30s now on other servers, high 20s. You can see that generally speaking the average level of the people around here are high 20s, low 30s, and this might give some of you guys an idea of what is coming down the tracks on your server should the game remain the way that it is in terms of resources and mining and ship repair. So some more high level gameplay. It looks like there's a war on. We'll follow this with a lot of interest and see how it turns out, and I will catch up with you guys again in a future video and update you on this kind of activity, and hopefully our server doesn't tear itself apart in the meantime. So Until the next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed looking at this kind of gameplay. Give it a like if you liked it, and I will catch up with you guys again soon. Cheers.